guys. So this is the prepositional phrase. Does it have a certain function within the sentence? Of course. It can describe nouns, verbs, adjectives, or adverbs. That's why they work as adjectival phrase or adverbial phrase. They work as adjectives? Yes. They also work as adverbs? Yes, in other contexts. How could we differentiate between a prepositional phrase working as an adjective and another one working as an adverb? It's according to what they modify. If they modify nouns or pronouns, they work as adjectives. If they modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs, they work as adverbs as well. So, an adjectival phrase is a prepositional phrase that modifies a noun or pronoun. Guys, like any other adjective, like good, bad, easy, small, fascinating, wonderful. It's the same, but different information. When it's a one word adjective like good, okay, this is an original one. It has to describe a noun or a pronoun, like good boy. Okay? Good describing boy. But with a phrase, we need a group of words to describe boy. Like the boy over there, the boy in my classroom, the boy, the boy under the tree. Okay? So these are some phrases describing the same boy, and they work also as adjective, describing the noun boy by telling what kind or which one, just like any other adjective. Let's get to some examples. A beautiful, beautiful painting hung in the palace. Beautiful is an adjective, and we all know it. It's a one word adjective, it's an original one. Can I turn it into a phrase describing the same noun painting? Yes, I can. How come? I'll tell you what kind of painting right now. A painting of great beauty. Now I turned beautiful, the adjective, the one word adjective, into a prepositional phrase having the noun from the adjective beautiful. Beautiful is an adjective. What is the noun of beautiful? It's beauty. So I started with the preposition of, then I brought the word beauty from beautiful. I added an adjective in between, but the two main parts, the preposition and its object, forming together a prepositional phrase. So, of great beauty, describing the same noun, painting, and tells what kind of it. So, beautiful is the same, of great beauty. Or if you say of just of beauty, it's okay. If you want to add an adjective in the middle to strengthen the adjective, it's also okay. So, the second example, Mary had a paper bag lunch. Paper bag is the adjective describing the noun lunch. Can I turn paper bag from a one word adjective into an adjectival phrase? Yes, I can. How come? I just bring a preposition after paper bag because it can work as a noun without any changes. Paper bag is a noun here working as an adjective. If you still remember, guys, when we were describing what an adjective is, I told you nouns can be adjectives and verbs can be adjectives as well. Here, paper bag is originally a noun, compound noun, but it turns to be adjective because it's followed by another noun, which is lunch. Here, I can turn it into a phrase. Just place a preposition like from. Mary had lunch from a paper bag, describing lunch. What kind of lunch? From a paper bag. So this is a prepositional phrase working as an adjective describing the same noun lunch. I'll go down with four more examples for prepositional phrases describing four different nouns. I'll go with Abdurrahman Nada. Read Abdurrahman these examples. Abdurrahman Asam. Yeah, Abdurrahman. Nada. Okay, Ahmed Musa. Ahmed. Yeah, Musa. You hear me, guys? I think you hear me, right? Where have you been? I ask
Yes,
you all to turn on the cameras, so I go back again to this habit. I ask you all to Ahmed Ya Musa, open your camera. Ahmed Musa. Abdurrahman Nada, open your camera. Okay, guys. By the way,
Mr. You
by the
said
way,
Mr. You told me in the first period that he was sick and he couldn't talk.
he couldn't talk. Why?
Yes, the chemistry period.
The what? What's the problem? Yeah,
His
Kareem?
throat, Mr.
Okay. I'll try to believe you, Kareem, or believe him. Okay. But what about Abdurrahman Isam? Abdurrahman was
No,
always
Mr.
absent.
Abdurrahman, no, not Ahmed. I don't know about Ahmed, Mr.
You're talking about Abdurrahman. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally believe you right now. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let's see. Faris. Yeah, Faris, please read.
Okay, Mr. Modifying a subject. The mention across the road has been abandoned. Complete all.
Continue. Yes, sir.
Modifying a direct object. Let's take a picture of Eiffel Tower. Modifying an indirect object. I gave the people on the bus a tour. Modifying a predicate nominative. France is a country with many charms.
Okay, thank you so much. Mute yourself. Like we said here, an adjective modifying a noun. Okay, so this noun could be where, could be within the subject, could be within the direct object, indirect object, or even a predicate nominative. And we have studied this all in chapter 13 and chapter 14. I'll not repeat that anymore. Okay, the subject is mansion here in number one. The mansion across the road. What kind of mansion? Across the road. So across the road is a preposition of phrase describing back the subject mansion. That's why it's an adjective phrase. Modifying a direct object. The direct object comes after a transitive action verb and it tells what or who. Like the word picture here is a DO, direct object. Take what? Take a picture. Of the Eiffel Tower is a preposition of phrase describing back picture. So adjective phrase of the Eiffel Tower. Modifying an indirect object, it comes before the direct object. I give what? Tour. Do. To whom or for whom? To the people. IO. Okay, I can describe this IO by on the bus. I give the people. What kind of people? On the bus. So on the bus is a preposition of phrase describing the noun people and works as an adjective. Adjectival phrase. Modifying a predicate nominative. What is the predicate nominative? It's a noun or pronoun that comes after a linking verb, like is. Okay, so country is a predicate nominative. How can I describe this country? With many charms. This adds a lot of information to this country. So with many charms is an adjectival phrase describing the noun country, which is originally a predicate nominative. This is not our lesson. We're just talking about nouns. Anywhere in a sentence, wherever this noun is, in the subject, in the object, or even in the predicate nominative, still we can describe it using a preposition of phrase working as an adjectival phrase. Let's listen to this note with Majdi Mujahid. Yeah, Majdi. Read this note, please. يا مجاهد. Majdi. Okay. Riyadh. Read, please.
Where, Mr. A sentence?
Yes.
A sentence may contain two or more adjectival phrases. In some cases, one phrase may modify a noun in the preceding phrase. In others, two phrases may modify the same word. We
Okay,
bought
Riyadh.
tickets for the trip to Paris.
Yeah, continue. Okay.
The painting of the zoo in the museum is old.
Thank you so much. Here we have two notes. The first one is that we can have more than one preposition in phrase, and both are adjective phrases, but the second is modifying the object of the preposition of the first. How come? We have here, guys, two preposition of phrase, right? So the second one, or the second preposition of phrase, is describing a noun. What's this noun? It is trip, which is an object of the preposition in the first preposition of phrase. No problem at all. They are correlated. No problem. For the trip is modifying tickets. And also to Paris is modifying trip because it tells what kind of trip. It's to Paris. So we have two prepositional phrases. The second is describing the object of the preposition of the first, like you see here. And the second example, we have two prepositional phrases describing the same noun, painting. Painting of the zoo, painting in the museum. So in the museum and of the zoo, both modify the same noun, which is painting. This happens as well. Okay? This is just a note in order that when you meet examples like those, do not be surprised. Okay. Adverbial phrase. Oh, okay. Regarding the adjectival phrase, guys, do you still have any problem, or do you need more illustration? Please, I'm ready to listen to your questions. The adjectival phrase, is that clear?
I think it's
Or you
okay,
need
miss.
more? Okay. Walid, Yusuf, Rawaz, Muhannad, you have any question? Muhammad Ali.
No, miss,
No
it's
questions?
fine.
Okay, thank you. Adverbial phrase, it's the same, guys, the same prepositional phrase, but the word modified is different. Within the adjectival one, it was a noun or pronoun that is modified. But within the adverbial phrase, it's the same like the adverb, guys. The same. We all know in chapter 13 that the adverb modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. And this is the same function that will be done by the prepositional phrase or the adverbial phrase. It will modify a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. It tells where, when, why, how, and to what extent. Where adverbs of place. Why tells the reason why. When adverbs of time. In what way? This is how. It tells how, like I said before. And to what extent? It's the degree. The adverb of degree. Okay? The same like a one-word adverb. Swiftly. Swiftly is an adverb. We all know it. It was originally an adjective. Added ly. Swift, swiftly. It describes the action of running. It tells how she ran. We can turn it into adverbial phrase, no problem at all. And we always use the preposition with in this case. She ran how? With speed. Speed is noun, and at the same time OP, object of the preposition, and with is the preposition. Okay, guys? Forming together a prepositional phrase describing ran, not describing she. We are describing the action of running, not the pronoun she. I was frightened then. Frightened here is an adjective. And then here is an adverb. This is the adverb, then. It tells the time, when. Can I turn then into an adverbial phrase? Yes, I can. How come? With the preposition at the time. At the time means then. It has the same meaning and the same function, but different formation. Again, it has the same meaning, it has the same function as an adverb, but with different formation. It's not a one-word adverb like then. No, it's a phrase now. Adverbial phrase describing the same word. Frightened, which is an adjective. Frightened is an adjective. At the time is an adverb phrase describing frightened. The birds flew overhead. Overhead, it tells where. Flew where? Overhead. Can I turn overhead into a prepositional phrase with the same function? Yes, I can. The birds flew where? Over our house. Over our house. Here it's a prepositional phrase, but with the same function as an adverb describing flew, the verb flew. Other examples. I will let Abdulaziz Majdi, please read these three examples.
Okay. The boy rolled across the floor.
Next one.
Charlie was annoyed beyond belief.
Okay. Next
He
one.
viewed did not in his mind.
Thank you. We have here three examples, guys, to three adverbial phrases describing a verb, an adjective, or an adverb. Across the floor. Across the floor describing the action of rolling. The boy rolled across the floor. Rolled where? Across the floor. So, describing the verb. Charlie was annoyed. It's the same like this one, guys. The same like frightened. Annoyed. Frightened and annoyed. Adjectives. Charlie was annoyed. Beyond belief. It's a prepositional phrase describing the adjective annoyed, working as an adverb describing the adjective. I can modify other adverb like deep. Some of you will say no, deep is not an adverb. Deep is an adjective. I say no. Deep is an adverb. Why? Some of the irregular adverbs like deep, like hard, like early, like late, like fast, they can work both adjectives or adverbs according to the situation. He buried the thought, how, deep. So deep is adverb. And in his mind is another adverb. So adverb describing another in his mind. I think Karim has a question. Or somebody has a question. Somebody was trying to talk.
No, sir, it's okay.
It's okay. Okay. So the adverb, like you see, guys, can modify a verb, an adjective, or another adverb like it. Okay. Yeah, Karim, read this now, please. An adverbial phrase.
An adverbial phrase may either follow the word it modifies or be located somewhere else in the sentence. Often two adverbs in the same parts of... Mr. Can you...
Oh, sorry. Yes.
It modifies or be located elsewhere in the sentence. Often two adverbs in different parts of a sentence can modify the same word.
Examples, Karim?
Examples, the village flooded during the storm. During the storm, a village flooded. After dinner, we all gathered in the living room.
Okay, so the place is not that important, that's all. Before the verb or even after the verb, this is not important. We can still have a prepositional phrase working as an adverb after the verb or even before the start of the sentence, like during the storm. It tells time and it describes the action of flooding. It describes the verb flooded. Anywhere, after flooded or even before flooded, it's okay. After dinner, we all gathered. So it tells when we gathered. And also in the living room tells where we gathered. So it tells when and it tells where. And both are adverbial phrases describing the same verb, gathered. That's it. So let's get to some questions. Abdulaziz, answer number 1, please. What is the prepositional phrase in number 1?
Yes.
Yes.
What's
Yeah, the prepositional phrase.
Gucci?
Prepositional phrase. I need a preposition and its object of a preposition. A prepositional phrase. It has to be more than one word, ya Abdulaziz. More than one word. Starting with okay, Abdulaziz. What is the preposition in number 1? Preposition. In this example, it was in. In is a preposition, okay?
Yes.
In. Number 1, it has also a preposition. What is it?
Only.
No, only is not a preposition at all. Huh. You have another chance. What is it?
Us.
No, it is of. Yeah, Abdulaziz, you need to go back to chapter 13 and see what the prepositions are. There is a table of prepositions. In, on, at, to, of, for, from, with, without, within, after, before, among, between. We have a lot. We need to know them. Okay, Abdulaziz? So the prepositional phrase is of us. I take the pronoun us with it, so it is of us. Okay, Abdulaziz? Okay, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad. Number 2.
Yes, mister.
Yes, Muhammad, what's the prepositional phrase?
The preposition is on.
Okay, the phrase. I need the phrase. The whole
On
phrase.
our street.
On our street. Excellent, yeah, Muhammad. Thank you. Okay, I'll go with Muhammad Naif al-Nasib. Yeah, Nasib, number 3. Yeah, Nasib. Yeah, Nasibi. What, yes, what's the prepositional phrase? And number 3. Quickly. He muted himself. Okay, Walid, tell me what the prepositional phrase is.
About is the proposition
Yeah.
and a different city.
About a different city. Yes. Yusuf
Yes.
Rawes. Yeah, Yusuf, number 4.
My mother collects teapots from different places. From different places.
Thanks, ya Yusuf. Number 5, ya Riyad, quickly.
Yes, Mr. Number 5.
Yes.
In the shop.
In the shop window. In the shop window. Okay, because shop here is an adjective describing window. Thank you. Okay, Muhammad Asam. Yeah, Muhammad. Number 6. Muhammad Asam. Muhammad Asam. Ah. So Muhammad, number 6, ya Muhammad. Muhammad Asam.
Still have a question.
Just a second, ya Kareem. Yes, number 6, ya Muhammad, quickly. You have a noise in the background. Quickly, ya Muhammad, we have just 2 minutes. It's between right and wrong. Okay, Kareem. Yes. What's your question, Kareem?
Do you have an assignment? Because the period
No.
almost finished.
No.
Okay.
No, not today. But please, guys, try to see the notifications that will be sent to you. If we have a homework or we have an assignment, you will have a notification. Okay. On Classera, we will have a couple of homeworks every week, inshallah. Okay. So I'll ask now. I was about to ask for Julaydan, ya Muhammad. Number 7.
Down the street.
Down the street, excellent. Aid, Julaydan, huh? Yeah, Aid. Number 8, Aid. What is the preposition
mister.
of phrase?
What?
The preposition of phrase, Aid, huh?
Number 8.
Yes.
Statue of a bird.
Of a bird. Just of is a preposition. Okay. Abdurrahman Nada. Abdurrahman, are you back? You have a problem, yes. I'm sorry. Ahmad Ya Musa, are you back? Ahmad Musa.
Yes, Mr. Yeah.
Yeah. Bienvenue. No, number 9.
Number 9. Off the wall.
Of the wall. Number 10, last one, ya Kareem.
On the beach.
On the beach. Thank you so much, guys. This was all for today. Thank you. As I told you, please try to see the notifications within Coursera and within Teams if you have an assignment or homework. Thank you so much. This was all for today. I'll see you
Have a
tomorrow.
good day. Bye.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you,
Mr. Bye.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
mister.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Mr.
Bye and thank you.
Bye, Aid.
Why?
Thank you, Mr. Good.
Bye-bye, Walid. Bye-bye, folks.